to another. So, to all of you who've seen the last broadcast, who even bothered to watch, because I know I have 0 views already, well, just know I'm thankful to all of you who watched the last one. Anyways, I'm going to do some PvP. Alright, so to all of you who said Elden Ring isn't that bad, I mean, I'd like you guys to see exactly what's going on here, because as soon as I enter PvP, this is what I'm facing. And you might go like, oh, you're a mage, and no. I'm like, well, of course I'm a mage. I run mage every fucking game I play. I mean, if you guys watch my videos, or if you're new to the channel and you don't know, then go watch it. But to those of you who watch my videos, or who know me in person, or through PlayStation, you all know I play as a sorcerer for every fucking game. The LOTR from Xbox 360, Demon Souls, Dark Souls 1, Dark Souls 2, Dark Souls 3, Bloodborne, I went Arcane with the Holy Moonlight Sword. Elden Ring, of course I went Mage. Neo, I tried to go Mage as well. All the games I played, I tried to go Mage. But that's a little off topic here. Almost one shot by lightning. I'm just gonna let it happen now, because when that happens, there's really no redeeming yourself. I mean, it's almost impossible, because you try to heal, they do nothing but spam that weapon art. That's all this game has become. That's all the Soulsborne series has become. I mean, the PvP used to be fantastic, but now it's become nothing but weapon art spam, or Bloodhound Step, or some other random bullshit. It's just pure twinkage everywhere I look. I mean, they could have done better on this game, but I feel like as if they didn't even bother to check the fucking PvP, when that was the main thing that kept all of their fucking games alive. Now, I know what I'm saying might be a little difficult to hear to those newcomers to Dark Souls, or those Dark Souls players that played solely for the bosses and the speedruns, but to us PvPers who stayed when Dark Souls was dying and having its last breaths, well, just know that we did nothing but play the PvP. And it was fun. It is fun. Awesome. It's unfortunate that invaders have to suffer so much in this game, though. I mean, when you're doing gank squads, you're gonna get destroyed. No ifs, ands, or buts. When you're fighting against gankers, there's just no winning, because first, it's no solo one-on-one. It really just flushed the game down the toilet. And I'm losing respect for it every minute I play it. Look. See that? This is all we have. This is all we have in this game. There's no fair fights. There's no do some one-on-one PvP or do some duels. It's invade, get your ass raped. Just get raped. That's it. I mean, of course it's still the early stages of Elden Ring. It's the early days of this game still. You're right, first year. But there's also another game that was similar to this one. First year sucked. Honestly, terrible trash. And you wanna know what that game was? No Man's Sky. No Man's Sky was one of the world's most disappointing games when it first started. However, as soon as a few, or I think 1 or 2 years passed, the game exploded. Exponentially just exploded. Like, online play became a huge thing, and character customization became a thing. They poured so much fucking updates into that game. It was awesome, just beautiful. Now, No Man's Sky is nothing I want to scoff at now. It's one of my most favorite games. One of the best games I have in my library, next to Dark Souls 3. But let's see if this is gonna go that direction No Man's Sky did, because as far as I'm seeing, I don't think it will. All I see right now is a game that's already dying because of how terrible it was. The player versus environment was good. You know, the PvP, the PvE, player versus environment, where you fight bosses, where you fight the NPCs, where you fight just the environment of the game itself, not other players, not other living players. Now, it was for those of you who don't know gamer talk. Now, for those of you who do, continue watching, please. And so, as far as video games go, when it comes to updates, there's a limit to how many times you can update a game before it just gets so bad it starts to crash. There's no winning here. So you're only able to be summoned into worlds where when the host uses a mad tongue or a taunter's tongue. And that's the only time you're able to invade. Either that or when he has a cooperator. So it's always a gank. Because of those two facts. So as I was saying, the last topic, when it comes to updates, as far as games go, there's a limit to how many times you can update a game until you've run out of, what's it called, just code or something. I'm not exactly sure exactly how it works, but there's a limit to how many times you can actually update a game before the code starts to have glitches and malfunctions and the system starts running wrong. And that's when you need to completely redo the whole thing. Like a complete rework, almost like a remaster. That's what Dark Souls 1 did. They did a remaster. And then Demon Souls came out, and that was a complete, total 100% rework of Demon Souls. Not some updated piece of shit like Dark Souls Remastered. A complete, total rework of the fucking game. And that did the game justice. Now, for Elden Ring, as far as updates go, all they're doing is nerfing weapons when they're not trying to attack the main source of the problem. It's not the weapons, it's not the damage we are dealing to you, it's about the damage we are receiving. It's the amount that we absorb. So that, I'm a mage, I should be able to take those hits like a fucking champion. Wearing this light armor, I should definitely be able to take hits like a champion from magic. Or even lightning. I should not be hurt by lightning at all, because I'm not wearing metal armor. If you're playing Dark Souls 3 and you're wearing metal armor, you'd be fucked if you got hit by lightning. It just destroys you. Unless you're wearing Ornstein's armor. And as for... Whoa, what? Oh, there I am. And as for other ways they could fix it, is by possibly reducing the amount that what's it called? Well, they could reduce the amount of magic it consumes when you cast certain spells. It would give mages a real edge. And they could make spells like those deal less damage and make them actually manageable so you can actually work around them. But unfortunately, there is no workaround. There's only destruction. And apparently that's what the god of Elden Ring wants. Nothing but punishing his fan base. When I first purchased Elden Ring, I was excited to play it because it took years for them to make it, and they had George R.R. Martin, the creator of Game of Thrones, or writer of Game of Thrones, or whatever. I don't care and I don't know. It got me excited, and I was waiting for several years because they kept putting off the initial release. And eventually, the game comes out, and what do we see? A piece of shit. They had years to make this fucking game, man. I get it. It's their first RPG, as far as I know. Besides Dark Souls 3. Dark Souls 3 was a somewhat RPG, but not like this, not an open world RPG where you can run around and do shit. Dark Souls 3 was more of an RPG where you, like a dungeon running RPG, kinda. And this game right here is a real letdown because about everything you fight is overpowered. And level caps are pretty much broken because I could cap at 120 or even 100 or even at the low level caps like 30 or 20 or even 40 or 60. And I'm going to come across Rivers of Blood users, Moonveil users, and others of the like. And there is no fair fight unless you use those shitty weapons as well. And I don't want to be like that. I don't want to be a twink that relies only on weapon arts to win a fucking fight. Or relies only on spells to win a fucking fight. I want the days of Dark Souls 3 back to where I had to use a sword, not just my fucking magic, to win a goddamn fight. So, spamming magic is, yes, a terrible fucking thing that they implemented into this game. It's cool, yes, but I liked the fact when they forced you to actually get up off your ass and hit with your fucking sword. Because people can do this shit, and it's kind of strange to see me get staggered by the shit I'm supposed to be resistant to. Because I'm a mage. There's really no skill requirement in this game anymore. I mean, anyone can just pick up Rivers of Blood or Moonveil and learn how to hit you with a weapon art and you're dead. Anyone can learn how to roll or use, what's it called? Bloodhound Step. Or use Stars of Ruin or Glintstone. Or any of that shit and just spam it. And they win all the fights they ever enter. It's not fun. It really isn't fun anymore. In this game, this is a game. You gotta remember, it was supposed to be fun. But the way I'm looking at it, how it is right now, it's not fun. It's just, all it is right now is just absolute rape. And I'm not saying this because I'm not a good player at the game. Because I could pick up all this shit and just start rocking major twinkage right now. And start killing invaders left and right. But I don't want to be like that. I don't want to be like that part of the community. In Dark Souls 3, I refused to be a twink. I refused to, but in its dying days, I was forced to do a summon glitch. I admit to that. I was forced to do a summon glitch in the dying days of Dark Souls because of that stupid Wrath of the Gods spell, where people would use the lightning bow or lightning arrow and they'd merge Wrath of the Gods, and it was really, really terrible to get hit by that. So when it came to Dark Souls 3, I'd say that things were pretty much balanced. That was pretty much the pinnacle of From Software and From Software's other types of games. I just think that there's no... Oh yeah, I hate that shit too, flaming blood powers. Ugh, it's so fucking annoying. But I just don't like how they did bleed in this game, because in Dark Souls, bleed was something that required skill. Now anyone can have bleed on any weapon, and two-hand it, or dual-wield it, and it's a one-shot. In this game, they can get that bolt of Ransacks, and it's a one-shot. See? Well, that would have been a one-shot, but I don't know why it wasn't. I don't like Elden Ring. I just, it rubs me the wrong way now, compared to all the other games From Software made. Like, this shit brings a tear to my eye, because I loved this series. I loved the Soulsborne series. But when I saw Elden Ring, I saw a new hope for Dark Souls. And I played it, and I pretty much knew what was going to happen. Like, either one of two or three things. One, Elden Ring was going to flop, and all the community was going to shift to Dark Souls. Dark Souls 3, that is. Or Demon Souls on PS5. However, that didn't happen. Or actually, it kind of did. And the second one, the game was so awesome, all the other Soulsborne series completely died, and their communities left to play Elden Ring. That for sure didn't fucking happen. And so, now here we are at 3. The game was such a piece of shit because it was a patchwork of mishmatched ideas that were half-cocked. And most of the community is now leaving to other games. Not Dark Souls or Demon Souls. At least not that I know of. Although I do know that Dark Souls is starting to pick back up as far as PvP goes. The servers are back up for PS4 and PS5. And I gotta tell you, they're doing good. You will face twinks in there, but it's Dark Souls. You're gonna face a lot of pieces of shit. I mean, Dark Souls is back up, so why am I still playing this? Why am I still playing this, you ask? Well, because it's brand spanking new, and I'm a Covenant leader, and I need to be good at this in order to basically call myself a leader. What, you mean in Dark Souls 3? I don't really care. All I want to do in Dark Souls 3 is just PvP, and that's about it. Nothing else. I've gotten maximum hours on that game. I've gotten my character to the pinnacle of where he could ever be. And oh, and Elden Ring? Well, I haven't even New Game Plus yet. Because I was going to want to, what was it? Explore all the other items and explore other shit with this character, but I'm just starting to lose interest in the game as time goes by. I mean, so far, the improvements to this game are more like... What's the opposite of improvement? I gotta look that up real quick. Well, I guess you could say it deteriorated. Well, time to hit back at it. It's really no fun because I'm fighting against the same exact person over and over again, and they're using the exact same weapon, the exact same tactic. Now, for anyone who wants to play Dark Souls 3, send me a message in either the comments, or I think you can do direct messages now on YouTube. Yeah, if you can do that, and then yeah, send me a message and I'll help you out with Dark Souls 3. Because after this match, I'm probably gonna quit Elden Ring and go play Dark Souls 3. Because I'm really not having this. GXO 2012. Same guy. Same exact guy as last time. I've made my build specifically for Magic, and I've tuned my build for other shit too, to see exactly where I could go with other weapons and other tactics, and none really seem to be working because I'm not really good at this game. As far as PvP spam, and I absolutely refuse to use any of the bullshit such as Elden Stars, or what's the other one? Bolt of Grand Sax, or Dragon Crag Blade, or Moonveil. Of course, I sometimes use Moonveil, but I don't like it. I really don't like it. Just the twinkage is real in this game, and it just saps all the fun out of it for me, and for all of the people in my covenant. So if this is all they have to offer, we're not impressed. If they plan to update it, please do this update right. If From Software is watching this, which I doubt. And please up the absorption rate so we have higher damage absorption and defense against our respective elements. If you're a mage, you should be able to take a shit ton of magic damage. If you're a fucking cleric, you should be able to take a shit ton of holy damage. If you're a fucking tank, you should be able to take a shit ton of physical damage. But that's not happening. Instead, you're taking a shit ton of damage from fucking everything, regardless of what defense or what class you are. Alright, I'm gonna end this before it gets redundant. Alright. I all for watching this broadcast and listening to me rant. Good night. Oh, I gotta end it like this.